So here's a very quick, I hope, 10-minute modeler project. I'd forgotten that I did this quite a while back. This is a single module that's set up and keyed and goes together really easy. And I'll just step over here and get my glue and be right back. So it's straightforward key and tab construction, and you need just a little bit of glue, a little bead there, and a little bead on the inside face of that. And really doesn't matter, I'm putting the burned side of the laser piece to the inside, but it can go either way. If you're going to paint it, it would make no difference and might actually be a little bit cleaner if you did it the other way. So I've got that position, and I'm going to put a couple of pieces of tape to keep it from doing that. There. And there, and those will stay there until it sets up. So we'll just work our way around the module here. You've got two short pieces and two long pieces, and that obviously goes there. This one goes to the back, and it's got a notch so that you can run wiring through it. So we'll go back here and do the same thing, and a little spot of glue there, and along that tab, here, here, and here, and then a line along there. And that's all we need for that. And oh, well, we could put just a little bit on the inside of this tab. Hello. There. And I got it upside down. It's not exactly symmetrical, but there, that fits. And we'll do the same thing over here, and the long tab goes to the top. I know that now. So line of glue, there, there, and across. Just quick little bit right there. And I could cheat and go back and put that here and be pretty much ready to lock that together. Same way, just lift that and find your position on the base and push it together. And that's that. So, okay, I'll put a quick piece of tape on these corners, pull that tight. No need for a clamp or a square because it squares to itself. And there's that, and that corner. And the last of the sides, we do the same thing. Here and here. There. And I've already put glue on the inside of that one. And, yeah, we're ready to go. So we formed our basic box now. We'll get that nice and tight and square and taped up so that it can have time for the glue to cure. And a little bit of weight there and pull that tight. These are nice because they just sort of fall in place without any tools whatsoever. Glue and tape, and that's really all you need. Pull that tight in right there. That should be good. And we'll do the same thing over here because it wants to open up just a little bit right there. So we're going to pull it together, close that gap, and keep pressure on it, and bring that tape down, stretch tight. There we go. That is a good solid box there with a hole in the bottom. When I do the next run of these, we'll put holes in here for the feet, and we'll pre-drill for the electrical drops, and it will be absolutely plug and play. So the last thing we have to do now is put the top on it, and it's more the same thing. And I'm not being very neat with this, but it'll work, and nobody will see it on the inside but me. So there we have it. That is one single module ready to put track on and connect up and run trains. Again, I'll tape it off, and then we'll talk about design modifications to come to make this really simple, marketable product, and an easy project for up-and-coming makers. So that's it there. A single module, that's good and solid. That's 1/4 inch MDF. If you put a good paint sealer on that, it becomes fairly waterproof, which is really the only thing you've got to worry about with that. The modifications that I would do with it would be to score marks along the face of it to show your standard position for the 2 tracks, and I would punch holes for your power drops. And then on the bottom, I would put holes here, 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 and here for the plug-in adjustable metal feet that I use on these. And those are a lot nicer than the standard bolt and nut configuration. They're very inexpensive. They're about $2.50 a set at Lowe's or Home Depot if you prefer not to patronize Lowe's. That's your 10-minute modeler for today. Have fun.